God said if I were hungry, and God don't get hungry, I don't know. He said I wouldn't even tell you. Sometimes you can't tell, even in your lack. Don't let everybody know. I don't let people know I'm struggling. My own daughter don't know I have financial hard time. She should not see it. My mother never, I knew that my mother didn't work. I know that she helped with social services, but you know what? We had a house and Christmas. It might not have been the best looking house inside, might not have been the cleanest house, but we had a house and we had, you know what we had that other people didn't have? Home cooked meals. Don't you know I licked I know I ain't never get no more pork chops again. When I see my mother go, I know my pork chops is gone, my burger was gone, my stew gravy and rice and all that was gone. I can't return. Nobody cook it like that. So that good cooking, it went down with her. And we go to enough. I wish I could save some of them meals now, then when I didn't appreciate it. Because I wanted the burger, because my mama used to make burgers, and I didn't know I was walking in the 10th. I didn't know I was walking in the blessing. She had the burgers, and they wasn't like the McDonald's burger. I like the burgers. I like the burgers that, you know, the other children came in, they went to the sub shop, and they had the onion smelling, and it was in aluminum foil. And when we had burgers, my mother told me, you ain't going to go over there and get none of that. I'm going to make you some hamburger. She make these hamburgers, they were round, it was like a meatball full of onions. Tastes good. Then they slap it on a pat. Then she slapped it on a piece of the regular sandwich bread, and the grease soaked through the bread, and the bread was soggy. But it was good. And then we came, and we had aluminum foil, and they came up with that burgers. I'm like, what is that? I was embarrassed by my burger. But I know, had I known, mama burger tastes better than the burgers. And I finally said, Mom, when I got older, Mama, you want one of my burgers? No, Mom, I'm going out to eat. So I went to Burger King and with my friends. I ate that nasty burger. I thought I was seeing pink elephants afterwards. My digestive system was messed up. Because I was used to home cooked food. Something happened wrong in my system. I said, Mom, I'm getting sick. She said, you eating that mess. And when I got grown and got on my own, and I came to Mom, I said, Mom, could you make me one of those burgers? You want one of my burgers? I said, yes, ma'am. And you long for, sometimes you forget the 10th that you got. Because you know what? We get used to God. We used to this. Go in other churches. Go in other places. Have you seen other churches? Places you've been? Go in other. We are used to having all this bliss and glam, but we forget God because we're so busy walking in the 10th, we take it for granted. We forget that we look younger. Yeah, you got elder. Her age. Still rolling. Still looking good. You know, still playing it. Leave that alone. But like I said, she's still good. Look what I'm saying. That's the blessing. That's the devour rebuke. That's the 10th. It's more than money. It's your health. It's your mental capacity. Even though we went through a tumultuous week, we still have joy. We ain't weeping like everybody else weeping. When most people parent die, they gone on a sabbatical and in a closet and in a room for a whole month, crying. Well, I'm gonna miss my mama, but my mama ain't worrying about me right now. She in glory. And if I get to heaven, I ain't gonna worry about you. And you know, we thank God for what he did. And when you got somebody go, you saw the 10th of somebody's life, you saw the 10th of, that's why I tell people, not just to pay your tithe, but get the curse off of your finances. Get the curse off your life. Don't worry. See, people always talk about money. Money, let me say this. I had money and I didn't have money. But what's the difference? And I look at churches. I've been in big churches. We had a big. What's the difference? Don't we got stage? They got stage. Our stage might be a little smaller, but we got stage. We got lights. Good. What do the Potter's house got that we don't have? What did you have at your house? I know, you remember we used to watch The Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous? At first, when flat screens came out, how many people in here got a flat screen TV in their house? Everybody got them now. How many people got an iPhone? What is there out there that nobody else got that everybody else got? When I go, what do I have, what I don't have in my house that a rich person in a mansion don't have? You got everything. So if you got everything, why are you worrying about something? Now you got to love and live. Now you got to have your mental. You know the devil trying to kill you? You know the devil trying. Let me say this. If you walk in front of God, the devil going to attack your ministry. He's going to attack your life. He's going to attack your marriage. He's going to attack your finances. He's going to attack your job. The devil going to attack you. And if you give the tenth, it protects you from the enemies and you're not underneath the... Right now, if you don't, when people don't tithe or give, well, I see rich people do. Let me say this. Tithing ain't just in church. Reason why most companies have foundations and give, they may not give to God, but they give to the poor. And even though they don't love God, they gave a tithe. That's why they're wealthy. Because the principle of most people who are wealthy, they'll tell you the first thing they want you to do is give. They say part of financial wealth and wellness is to give. That's why the scripture says it's blessed to give than receive. Because when you give, God gives seed to a sower. If you don't sow, he don't give you seed. He don't trust you with that seed. So if you sow, whether you are an angel or a devil, the law of reciprocity and multiplication works. The law is the law. The law of gravity don't care if you save or you're a sinner. Drop out of an airplane with no parachute. It's a law. This is a law of the kingdom. The kingdom is that way. The kingdom is built on multiplication. Let me say this. You know when you are walking in a kingdom jurisdiction when you have more than enough. If you just got enough to pay your bills, you ain't walking in the jurisdiction of the kingdom. You got to have so much money. I like to have, I asked God for one day, I could have so much money, I always count around $100, $200 worth of 20, and I'll walk by and pay somebody groceries, or I'd like to give somebody some money. And even though I don't have it, if somebody asks me for something, I know people come to church and ask the church for help people out, and this season, we help anybody. I'm not going by, oh, I ain't see you, or you ain't do that. If God tell me to give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. I ain't worried about getting it back from you. Why am I waiting to get it back from you when you ask me for it? We're supposed to help the poor. We're going to help the needy. That's what the church is for. That's why I tell people to tithe so we can give back and God will supply you. Now you open up the windows of heaven and God will pour you out a blessing. It's a 10th. We're in the season of giving. Let's be in the season all the time. Walk in the 10th. Don't walk in the curse. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm touching everything. I believe in God for everything. I look at people, let me say this. When you go on your Bank of America account online, touch the stream. Go look on jobs online and say, Lord, I want that job. If you're single, and you really need somebody, you can go on the screen and look at who you would like to be with. God. Amen. That's where you go. But don't go on certain screens. And don't go on those screens got 3 X's. Amen.
For upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A, Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where I'm missing can feel.